Hello everyone, Zed here. Let's play Asgard's Fall Origins pre-release. Let's not use the skill tree and then we up the hardest difficulty and let's go play. Okay, looking for some enemies to hit. We got stats here and then we keep hitting the enemy. It's a bit tough now under hardest difficulty. And then collecting all the red gems you can get new power. It's a random 3 types of power and you can reroll them. So I would like to take Fire Nova because one of the best damage dealing elements and skill. And then now we get abilities rerolls. Let's focus on fire damage for our carvings. And then yeah, it will add damage to our Fire Nova. So this kind of build that I'm doing right now is a bit of a melee build due to the range of the Fire Nova. So we have to get in close up and personal to get the highest damage possible towards all the enemies that are lurking towards us. So we continue again. We can reroll if we want to, if we don't have any abilities that we would like to. Other than that, but it will cost red gems, so we need to be careful at our decision as we also use the red gems for our spell abilities. So right now just doing some acrobatics. Now we're using the rerolls to try to get skill that we want, because apparently each abilities can be upgraded up to 6 times, and then after that it will be upgraded to a epic version, which is what we want right now. So we keep on rerolling until we get skills that we want, but for now we couldn't get it, so we just choose any other skills that's related to fire damage. But here we take the lightning damage to increase chances to shock, which will in turn increases the damage enemy takes. So we get 5 damage here and increase our spell abilities damage. Fire damage value at 8 is quite high. It's to be honest, my previous tries to complete this challenge was a bit hard because keep getting all the random rolls, non-damage rolls, so it was a bit hard towards the end where we are barely able to kill any enemies, and yeah, we kind of died due to the sheer numbers of enemies. So right now we try to reroll, hopefully getting Fire Nova. But maybe we could, oh yeah, we got Fire Nova here. So the ability spawn count by 1 is really a good choice because it basically lets the skill itself to repeat by one time. So if you can get 4 times, then it will repeat 4 times, which is basically like dealing 4 times damage because of the repeating skill. So yeah, right now just dashing against the crowd, into the crowd to maximize my damage. Also, if you notice, all enemies that react differently to our character. For example, those who do not have any range abilities, such as the flying pig, it will not damage us in a range manner. But if the range enemies being hit by us, we don't get any damage. So one of the reason I could finish this challenge is due to that. Whenever I dash, I try to dash towards the range enemies, where I won't get any damage except for their range damage. Okay, so now also the video is being sped up because YouTube only allows 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm doing a voiceover due to that. Also, you can check out the full video in my Twitch account, also by the same name if you wish to. Alright, so now we have around 4 abilities, getting a bit easier now. So now they let out the elite. Oh, we got another Fire Nova upgrade, which is good. We're getting close to the 6th upgrade, and then it's getting quite powerful now because as you can see, the enemy have a yellow ring on their status bar that shows that they are the elite enemies, and those elite enemies have higher HP, which if you look closely, I'm taking a lot of time to kill most of them. But as far as I can compare to my previous tries, this run is quite easy due to the fact that I'm getting my Fire Nova upgrades towards 6th level quite easily due to good rolls. Like right now it's the 5th upgrades already, and then also due to the fact that I'm getting a lot of fire damage rolls during the carvings. Yeah, so we don't really need armor if possible because we try to evade most of the attacks, so we can concentrate more on our damage output. So dash is really important in this game, which is one of the reason I like this game compared to other similar genre. As you can see, most of the other genres, they actually created the movement speed as a ability. Also in this game, the same thing will have same thing applies. They also have the movement speed ability, but aside from that, they gave the dash for free, but you can also upgrade to a higher level. So right now, as you can see, I already reached the level 6 of the Fire Nova. So there was a purple chest just now, and it upgrades my Fire Nova into a Fire Nova plus Fire Trail. So you can see right now I'm getting more fire damage, and now if you can see on the stats there, I'm having 25 and would add up to another 9 damage of fire damage, which is quite high currently for this prologue session. And then as you can see, the Fire Nova is really buzzing. I can akin it to be very overpowered currently. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out what other skills I should put, as I think I'm already comfortable enough with Fire Nova. And this, the golem, they will appear around the 10-minute mark, and it will slam one hand and another will touch the ground and create some kind of rings. So I try to evade all the rings as efficient as I can possibly do, while also keep damaging the head. So far the run has been quite impressive. Yeah, so the golem has died. Yeah, the run has been very impressive, as if I'm not mistaken, by this 8-minute mark left, usually the enemies in my other runs are immense. There are too much to handle, and I usually die by this mark time. but currently I'm having good rolls and dealing immense amount of damage, and even still getting Nova upgrades even after the 7 or the epic upgrade. I'm not sure whether that's a bug or not, but I welcome that as I'm buffing up my main damage skill. So even though if I compare to my previous run, at this particular minute mark, my level was not this high previously. As you can see on the bottom left, it's level 23. I've already up leveled to 23, but my previous runs are at most around 18. So doing pretty good right now, and you can see there's so little enemies despite the hardest level, which if you can imagine the early stage of the game, one enemy in easiest difficulty only have 10 lives, but in hardest difficulty it's almost up to 45. So you can imagine that as the level progresses, the HP of these enemies are getting higher and higher as well. So we should focus on the damage output. So this is what happens to my character right now. My character keep getting 5 damage, like in this carving right now, another 11 damage, but I'm contemplating because I'm not sure I have enough dash. As you can see in the stats area, I only have 2 dash. I would like to have another few dash because it will be very clutch to have extra few dash available during really tough situation, because now the enemies are getting faster and harder to avoid. So as you can see, my main playstyle is still to group them around and then to jump into the middle to deal max damage. And as you can see again, I can still upgrade my Fire Nova. I'm not sure whether it's a bug or not, but yeah, we will welcome it for the pre-release. So we have another 3.5 minutes left. So what happened is, when I first finished the game at the 20th mark, I thought it will just be game over or a win prompt, but then suddenly a character will come and kill me without any reason or even any function. As usually if there's a boss like the golem just now, there would be a HP bar appearing on the top to signify that we have to kill the boss at a certain HP level. But for that character that came after the 20th mark, it doesn't have any HP and it's just kills us and we could not touch them. So I think that's the limit of the prologue for new content. So I think by finishing the 20th mark, we completed the hardest challenge. So another 1 more minute and then I'm just doing really great right now, trying to cover as much enemy as possible and deal as much maximum damage as possible using my Nova as my main damage. So also attack speed in this ability part does not only quickens the attack speed of your physical damage but also improves the cooldown of your abilities. So I'm getting a lot of that, and due to that, if you can see, my Fire Nova is triggering very fast. So yeah, there we finished the 20th mark and Odin came and